What? No. I'm filming, Mark. No. I'm on Facebook Live and that's all people are hearing me say is no. Hello, 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 lovely ladies. When you come on, say hello. Tell me that you're here for the live. Give me a 1. If you're here with the replay, say 2. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me how this Monday was. I want to know how your Monday was. Tina, hey girl. How was your Monday? Did you own it? I felt like it was the longest week ever and it was just Monday. That's how my feels were. Ladies, come in. Tonight's food for thought is going to be a good one. I'm actually asking you ladies, if there is somebody in your life, a girlfriend in your life that you love, you need to share this with her. Tonight's message is going to be a little bit tough love. That's why I put on this, what is this? Is this a lion? Tigress? Whatever. I put on the fierce shirt because I just need to shake y'all up a bit. Just a little bit. Obviously with love and sent with all the intent. Today I was just thinking, what is it that I need to share with these lovely souls? And I know exactly what it is. We are December. Christmas is like 2 weeks away. I understand the hustle and bustle of all the things, but listen, man, tell your girlfriends to get on this live, okay? You need to share it with them. They need to hear what I'm going to share, okay? Let's go, girls. Let's go. Also, P.S., if you didn't know that I have a podcast called Project Glow Radio, go check it out. It's on iTunes, on Google Play. I think I'm on Stitcher. I keep saying I'm going to check. I never do. Right now, there are 12 episodes in queue. Well, 12th will be showing soon. And I put a goal that I'm going to get 20 before the end of this year. So I'm hustling. I got some good interviews coming, some good talks. Also, there's the Project Glow Radio private Facebook page where we continue more messy conversations. But I just wanted to start this off to say, hey, I'm Crystal from Feed That Glow. My message basically is to help you step back into your body and take up power. Take up space there because that is your power. So that you take up space in your life. Now, today's food for thought is this. I don't want you continuing on the rest of this year, or actually we could say finish up what you're doing, but I don't want you jumping into 2019 with what we're going to talk about today. See, I've been coaching women online for a while and the same messages all come up, and today I was like, girl, you put on this fierce shirt and you need to give them the love, the tough love. So hey girls that are coming in, hey. I want you to share this with your girlfriends. And if you share this, you're going to tell me and I'm going to give you extra love because you're that much more cooler. I'm kidding. I love you all. Okay, listen, this is it. I do not want you going into 2019 with the same mindset that you had for this year. Okay, not at all. Now, some of you, maybe this was a rougher year for you. Maybe it was a harder season. Listen, I totally get that. 2017 was hell for me, okay? But listen, seasons happen. Maybe this was the best year of your life and you're just owning it. This year I felt I was finally rising from the ashes, okay? Seasons come and go. What I need you to understand going into 2019, why am I talking about that in December? Because I need you to start thinking about it, okay? Every year, so many people choose New Year's resolutions, so many. I want you to scratch that idea and instead we're going to do something different. I want you to think of a word. What word are you going to use to represent the year going forward, okay? But before we get there, that'll be another video coming up in the next few weeks. Before we get there, we got to stop this train. We have to talk about the bullshit lies you tell yourself. We're going to talk about all of that. Tonight's message, wearing the fierce shirt, is set with all the love and in positive intent that I possibly can, but I am your friend, girl, and I am the friend that's not gonna let you go out wearing something that doesn't look good on you, okay? I'm gonna tell you, okay? I am that friend. If you ask me, I'm gonna be honest. My role here is to help stir you up a bit. I do not want you going into 2019 with the bullshit lies that you've been telling yourself forever. Okay? I am tired of the lies you tell yourself about how you're not whatever enough. Okay? That is a lie. Also, short plug, Project Glow Radio, there's an episode on that. Go listen to episode 8. We talk about that. How when we say that we're not enough. We are actually just capping it. Or if we say we are enough, I'm enough, I'm enough, actually we're capping it, we're capping our potential. We are more than that. We are so much more than we even realize. So I want you to think, what are the bullshit lies you're telling yourself? What are the stories you say in your head? What is the identity that you've taken on yourself because somebody else said something about you or something happened to you in your life and you use that as your crutch? I want you to think about that. What is the lie you tell yourself? And this sucks. It is a hard truth. But the minute we start thinking about it, see, for the longest time, I was afraid when I started my fitness journey. And see, I talk about ultimate health, okay? So that includes moving your body. That includes eating food guilt-free. That includes doing a lot of this. This is where this is the ultimate health, here and here. When I first started my fitness journey, I lived in another town, and I remember a coworker telling me it must be nice to take that time for yourself. Made me feel this big, right? And at the time, I only had 2 kids, okay? I was only on my second one. And I remember feeling like the shittiest mom on the planet because I was taking time for myself to go and get a workout in at the gym, okay? Now, ladies, this is where we got to stop these bullshit stories we tell ourselves, okay? First of all, what another person says about you has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the other person. So now I can see that was her insecurities. She was too afraid to take up space in her life. So I love her for that. Bless and release, right? But I took that as my identity and I stopped going. I stopped because I was like, I want to be a good mom. So I can't go take time for myself. That's selfish. Ladies, that is the biggest lie there ever was. You were not put on this planet just to serve other people. You were not. Ladies who have girls, listen straight right now. More is caught than taught, okay? So you can say all the things you want. They are watching every single move. All our kids watch all our moves, okay? All of them. They are registering it. They're programming it into their core beliefs of how we have to be as humans. And can I just get like some hands up in the comments here? Momming is friggin' hard, okay? Parenting is hard. Parenting children nowadays with social media, man, I gave a talk a few weeks ago and that's the first thing I said to these young girls. I said, my world when I grew up was 1,000 times more different than yours was. And the way I grew up and the way my mom grew up and everybody else, kind of similar, but the way these girls are growing up and the way our boys are growing up, 1,000 times different. They have that extra stress, that extra pressure of constantly trying to look better and look like they can fit in. I'm so fed up of that. We got to stop this. And I told the girls, this is what I said. I said, our world is developing way quicker than we ever imagined. So we just got to get caught up. That's all it is. We just got to catch up to it. That's all it is. We're going to figure out a way to go against the negativity that comes with social media consumption and instead find the positivity that we can gain from it. See, I'm so grateful for social media. I have an online business, right? Whereas years ago, like 10 years ago, when did this internet stuff start, right? This wouldn't have been possible. So you can have so much reach and have so much good potential and impact another person's life across the world. That is the beauty of social media. But we all know the dark falls. So listen straight up, ladies. As we close 2018, I want you to ixnay on the bullshit lies you tell yourself that you're not a good enough wife or you're not a good enough friend or you're not a good enough sister. You can't take time in your own day to fit you in there. You gotta stop that. And I'm not just talking about working out, girlfriend. I don't know how many women tell me they love reading, but they haven't picked up a friggin' book in years. They haven't picked up a book in 10 years since they became a mom. What? No. You are allowed to be in your life. You're allowed to take up space in your life. So you're going to stop. This year, ending this year, I need you to sit in this pit with me, girl. And I'm going to hold your hand. We're going to sit in the pit. We're going to figure out what are all the lies that you tell yourself. Second, you're going to look at all the excuses. And you're going to throw those out the window, girlfriend. I'm telling you, I had a coach tell me one time, your excuses are your limitations. And if you fight for your limitations, you can keep them. Because I was trying to figure out how I'm going to do all these things and I couldn't figure it out. And I'm so passionate to show up here and to create content and to try to serve the women that I work with the best way possible. And I was playing head games in my head. I was telling myself, I can't do this, I can't do this. I had all these reasons. Valid or not, it doesn't matter. They were excuses. They were limitations. And the more you fight for your limitations, you are right. I'm tired of being right. I want to show up differently in my life. Right? And to all those ladies here that are going to say, I already know it all. Listen, bless your heart. If you already come in with a closed mind, girlfriend, what you lived this year is going to only keep reproducing itself. That is it. Different circumstances, you're going to keep pulling in the same kind of experiences that you've always had. I don't want to live like that anymore. I want to show up because I'm a student for life. And I'm okay with that. I believe we can hear the same message 1,001 times before it finally clicks. There's nothing wrong with that. There is no right way to be a human. Can we all just agree that humaning is hard AF? Yes, I'm getting the hearts. That is like oxygen. Girls, listen, humaning is hard, right? As it should be. But that does not mean we have to live by these limitations. We get to choose. I am so tired of hearing women claim to horrible things that happen to them. Horrible stories, right? We all have a story that can bring somebody through their knees. And one day I'm going to write a friggin' book, okay? Y'all don't have any clue. Okay? And listen to me. To all those women clinging to their victimhood, you can keep it. There is a huge difference. I put a post up, 2 days ago? There is a difference between being a victim and victimized. One keeps you out of your power. If you want to stay a victim, you can stay there, girlfriend. I refuse to be a victim to the circumstances that happened in my life. Sometimes things have to happen. Sometimes shitty things happen to good people. That is part of life. But I refuse to be a victim. I might have been victimized, but I get a say in how my story is going to end. So do you. So I'm tired of these women telling me that they're victims, that they can't take up space in their lives, and they can't figure out where they fit in their sketch. I'm tired of it. You are worthy right now in this moment. Not when you lose 20 pounds, not when you have $10,000 in your bank, not when you get married, not when you get divorced, not when you have kids, not when your kids move away. You're worthy right now. I am tired of these excuses that we put on our lives. You are worth more than that. So as we close off these next few weeks of 2018, loves, and it's such an awesome thing. Facebook is doing those reminders of how your year in review. I just shared mine. I thought it was so beautiful. I encourage you to go look back, and then I want you to sit and think, is my life showing up? Am I showing up in the life that I want? And if the answer is no, then girl, you switch that channel. You change it. And how do you start? You just start. You don't have to know all the answers. You don't, girl. If you want to write a book, sit down and start writing. Stop thinking about what the end goal is. Just show up as you want to. Show up as who you want to become, right? Because you're not her yet, and that's okay. You're going to grow into her. You're going to change. And listen, as we talk about circumstances that affect us, I'm going to share a little story with you. When I was first diagnosed with cancer, I was 23, okay? And anybody who knew me back then, I used to have this, my giggle. I used to have a little joyful giggle, like a childlike giggle. I lost that. That giggle went away, okay? And I'll never forget it. I remember my husband telling me, you know, it had been a few months and I was trying to get pregnant, or I think I was pregnant with Zach. I can't remember. And life was just really serious back then, really serious. And no, girl, no, don't give me no sad faces. Give me some love. Listen, I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. I'm not sharing this for pity. I'm sharing this to show a different side of things. I remember being told, like, by Mark, he said, you lost your giggle. And I remember thinking, man, am I going to get that back? But listen, yeah, laughing, yeah, my giggle. You won't get that back. When things happen to you that are so traumatic, and it doesn't have to matter what society considers traumatic. If it's traumatic to you, it is traumatic, okay? You don't need somebody to justify that. You will change. You change. My laugh since then has changed I don't know how many times, okay? Like the other day we were at a house party and I was like, my laugh was just like, who is this, right? We grow and we evolve into who we're meant to be. So we're not supposed to stay who we were. Things change us. Good things change us too, but we tend to notice all the negative stuff, the bad things that happen to us, and we claim onto that. But here's the thing. If you're going to blame people for what they did to you in your past, damn straight, girl, you better thank them for the good that they brought in your life. I don't care what it was that happened to you. There is something good. I'm tired of people blaming their parents for what happened to them in their lives and for how they're choosing to live their life right now. I'm tired of that shit. That to me is the worst thing you can do. Childhood is not a life sentence. It is not. What happened to you, any bad things, any bad events that happened to you is not your life sentence. You get to choose. So listen straight up. Yes, you're going to change. Things are meant to change you. We tend to focus, our brain is like that. It sticks to the negativity. That's just how we are made. Okay, that is our lizard brain that's keeping us safe from anything dangerous. But listen, we don't live like that anymore. You get to choose. You get to choose who you want to have in your life. You get to establish boundaries with certain people that need to have boundaries put up. You are not a bad person for saying no. You are not a bad person for stepping off of committees that you no longer feel are serving your soul. You're allowed to do that. And do it guilt-free. Yeah, girl, preach. Tell me. I just figured I had to come on here because as 2018 is coming to a close, I already have my word for 2019. I've had it since I went to San Diego. I chose it a few weeks before, and it's on this bracelet. But I just figured, what do I need to share with these ladies right now? And this is it. That's why I'm wearing this fierce shirt. I need you to understand that whatever happened in your life, whatever happened in this year, you don't have to carry it forth. You can put it down and start next year as a whole new chapter. Boom, simple like that. Everybody has a chapter that they don't read out loud. Everybody. And if this was a hard season for you, girl, I feel you, I see you, I know that you are loved. Okay? But also know that whatever that was is not your identity. It is not. To rise up from those ashes, you need to empower yourself. You need to pick yourself back up. You need to look around and figure out what is worth fighting for. And this life, girls, is worth fighting for. Whatever it is you want in life is yours. You just got to get up and get it. You got to work for it. You got to stop believing the bullshit lies that somebody told you and that you took as your own, or the stories you create in your head about something. You got to stop with the excuses. You got to stop with the guilt. I want you to forgive yourself. I want you to practice forgiveness on the people that hurt you. Yes, that's a hard one, but listen, forgiveness is for you. It's not for the other person. It is for you, right? And it is hard work. I want you to forgive yourself. Everybody makes mistakes, but you know what? My philosophy is, you did what you did at the time because that's what you wanted to do. What can you learn from it and move on? See, we fight with reality, and that's what causes all the anxiety and the depression and things like that. We fight with it. We fight with it because we can't change it. You can't change it, but you can grab it and retweak what you want and keep moving forward because you are worth it. And when you stand proud in your whole being and you take up space in your life, you give permission to other sister friends just like you to fight the good fight too, right? So this is what I wanted to say tonight is this. As 2018 is closing, I want you to see how worthy you are right now and make those changes. I want you to understand, why do you keep repeating certain habits and patterns that you know are no longer serving you? And instead of establishing some kind of New Year's resolutions that you know and your highest self knows you won't follow through with, instead do something different. Choose different. Find a word. Who do you want to be? And then do the as if principle, whereas you act as if you already are that person. So if your goal is to get healthy, girlfriend, it's not just eating salads and killing yourself at the gym. It's saying nice things to yourself. It's forgiving yourself for where you are in your life. And it's also understanding that this body is more than that, right? Your looks and your body is the least interesting thing about you. And the minute you understand that, you show up differently and everything else is a byproduct, okay? I'm tired of this fat phobic society we live in. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of little girls telling me that they need to be on diets. I'm tired of it. We need to change the language. There's so much power in language. See, the word fat is not bad. It's the intent we put behind it, right? That's what's bad. It's the intent, just like swears. Swears would just be words. I had this conversation with Loic. That kid's pretty smart. And he was like, Mom, it's just a bad word, but the reason it's a bad word is because we think it's a bad word. We put that meaning behind it. Boom, the kid's 9.5. Yes, boy, yes. Right? And to me, there's worse things in the world than swearing. Yes, I get it, respect, whatever. But if you are being so derogatory to yourself or to other people, that to me is worse. Doing harm to another person is worse than a few F-bombs. True story. So this is what I want you to do. You're going to listen. You're going to sit down and list what your limitations are. Sit down and list them, right? What the lies you're telling yourself, right? And what you no longer choose to accept. What you are willing to change, okay? It's not just, I'm going to get healthy. If we're going to talk about healthy, let's talk about this. This is where the mind strong is. This is the ultimate health. And I want you to sit down and you're going to list out all the lies that you've told yourself or what somebody told you about you and you decided it was your identity. Girlfriend, it is not. Put that shit down. You're going to list down all the excuses. And I say excuses with the most love and respect. I get it. We are all busy women. We wear all the hats. But girl, if you are not filling your cup, who is? You're in a plane. They tell you to put your mask on first before you put it on somebody else. Look at it the same way. If I tell you to suck in all your oxygen, and I did this exercise in one of the Worthy AF challenges, where I just asked you to keep sucking in your air, sucking in your air, sucking in your air, sucking in your air, and then holding it, and then blow it all out and keep blowing and blowing and blowing and blowing. Eventually you have no more air to blow out. And your body is asking you to breathe back in, and you're not. This is the same thing. Nourishing you is like oxygen to your body, okay? So figure out where you fit in your day and make it work. When I first started my journey, and I'm gonna talk about my health journey and my budget journey, I got real with myself, girls. I started paying attention to all the things, my online shopping, or when I was binging, all the things. I started paying attention to all of them. And then I decided that I don't wanna live like that no more. And then I got real with myself and I started by starting. There is no right way to human. You start with what feels good to you, but don't start saying, I've already done this before and it's never worked out, because then guaranteed it won't. Or don't start it and say, well, I know all this, so it didn't work last time, or my friend said that. That's not true. If you're starting already with those lies and limitations, you can just keep them, okay? You keep them, girl. They are yours. I don't want that no more. I don't want to live like that. I want to live full. I want to show up fully for myself. And I want to know that it is okay to fail. And that is another thing, ladies, you need to understand. Failure is beautiful. You learn so many lessons in it. You get to understand that. Where am I going to tweak things to get back up and try different? We never get it on the first try. We're not supposed to, right? If we did, it'd be easy and then life would be boring and there would be no growth. So that's what I got for you tonight. Let me see. And you know what, Mel? You are not alone in that belief. You are not alone, and I'm going to say it's a limiting belief because it's keeping you small, okay? So when we show up from a place of small, and I'm not just talking about skinny, I'm talking about keeping ourselves physically small, spiritually small, emotionally small, physically small, all the things small, you're not living big. And I want every one of you ladies to take permission and live big. In 2019, I want more women living big. I want more women taking up space. I want more women saying no. I want more women standing up for themselves and saying, I'm worth more than that. I'm not going to tolerate staying in this relationship if I'm not respected. I want more women standing up and saying, I want a raise. Or more women saying, I'm going to go back to school, or I'm going to start my business, or I'm going to write a book. I want more women taking up space in the world because the world needs us. It is our time. It is enough with us being small. So I understand. I remember being that same way and thinking that the smaller I was physically, the skinnier I was, the happier I would be. And I can tell you, I was at my worst when I was smaller. I didn't feel any better in my skin, because the thing is, if you don't change this, nothing changes. So yes, you can be skinny and happy and healthy, sure, but as long as this is healthy, And you could be bigger and happy and healthy, yes, as long as this is healthy. This is what we need to work on. And we need to work on the power of our language and the power of our thoughts, because we are worth more than all of it. We are so much more than any of this. So I'm so grateful for you ladies showing up tonight. I want to tell you again, on my website, feedthatglow.co, you can go grab your Self-Love Soldier Rebellion Guide. It is free. It's a 5-day mini course where we're just touching, just little touches on where to go and do some of the work inside here and here. Understand that 5 days is not gonna destroy and dismantle all this negative things that we've been carrying on forever. It won't, but it's a good starting place. And if any women have already gone through that 5-day course, share here, like if you're brave enough, any insights that you got, or go on the private Radiant Rebels Facebook page, which is attached to this. It's a group where we can continue conversations, because after every live video, I always have, and I love you ladies for this, I always have either texts, emails, or inboxes, DMs of women reaching out and sharing with me. I love that. But I just wish that more women could hear you. I want us to hear each other, because the more we see that, then we'd understand that we're not alone in our struggles. And then there's strength and power in numbers, right? Okay, let me see, girl, what you got for me? And that, my friend, is just a lie. That is just a lie, my love. That is the biggest lie ever. That is the biggest lie. What people come to you for is your heart. And they come to you for your mind, and they come to you because you're funny, or you're truthful, you're honest, you're a good listener. This is why people are attracted to you, right? It has nothing to do with your looks. And I can tell you right now, those who are killing it in life, and when I say killing it, they are living the best life they can. They're living as big and proud as they can. They are not the smartest people. They are not the most gorgeous people. They are the people who had so much tenacity and resiliency that they just kept showing up for themselves, right? The people that I love to follow on Instagram, because I just love hanging out on the gram, they're not these elaborate supermodels, right? They have such a natural beauty. And I honestly believe we all, once we can embrace who we are, and again, it's not going from, self-deprecation to self-love and like loving yourself 100%. It's not. It's about getting back to in the middle here. Let's just get to an acceptance. Let's just get to work on a neutral base of what can I accept a little bit about myself, right? And then looking at ourselves with different eyes. That's what it's about. And eventually, all these lies that you've believed for so long, they start to fall apart because you're doing so much work. And then, girls, when the magic happens? When you step fully into your being, you will glow. And that glow is what others are so attracted to you about. That is it. We all have a glow, and it is going to be shining so bright once you step fully into your being. And understand that you will have days where you're not going to feel 100%, and that is okay. That is okay. You're going to have days where you feel sad or angry or blah, right? That is okay. We are meant to feel the feels. They are meant to flow through us. They're not a part, they're not meant to be attached to us though, as our identity. So I totally feel you, sister, but I'm going to tell you right now, as your friend, that is the biggest lie ever. The biggest lie. It is the most limiting belief that I can see, and that's not why people are attracted to you. That is not it at all. At all. So ladies, this is what I have for you tonight. I need to go pick up my son. Yes, I do. If there is anything that I said, again, that you'd like to share here, that'd be beautiful. If you're too afraid to share it, go into ask to join the Radiant Rebel Facebook group. That is part of this. Also, don't forget to grab your Self-Love Soldier Rebellion guide from my Feed That Glow site. And girls, I got a podcast. Go check it out. I'm interviewing all kinds of women. We're talking all things body image, taking up space, what it means to show up messy, what it means to build confidence. I have interviews with really empowering women, and I have a few solo ones as well. So I just want to show you that you can have all you want. You really can. but it's about getting back to base, building up the foundation stronger. So do not go into 2019 with the same mindset. Do not do that to yourself. Don't go another year saying, I'm gonna get in shape, and then do absolutely nothing for the mindset work. Because girls, you can get in great shape, sure, in 12 weeks. But if this doesn't change, you are still not healthy. You are still not healthy. I don't care if you got a six-pack and your ass is like booming. I don't care. If your mindset is still screwed up, you are not healthy. You need to work on that. And that's a daily thing. You know, when you fall in the pit, the more you do this work, the more you fall in the pit, you could pick yourself up way quicker. I shared a quick story and I'll get right off because I think this is really relevant. On Saturday, I went to the gym, okay, girls? And usually I go to the gym and I don't care what I look like, okay? I'm either on my lunch break or I'm going after work or I'm first thing in the morning and I don't care, right? Saturday, I went to the gym and I didn't care. I put zero effort in my appearance because I didn't care, because who cares, right? You get the point? I showed up, there was this beautiful girl there. My first instinct, because just to show you that I'm human too, was, dang, Crystal, go home or go hide upstairs because she is too pretty. You should not be here. That was my first thought. Now, is that the truth? Hell no. But I felt that. And I could tell you the Crystal 2 years ago would have probably went home. She would have been like, no. Or went upstairs and hid on the treadmill because she can't take up space. But the minute I stepped fully in my being and I was like, is that the truth, Crystal? Because see, when we get twinges of jealousy, it has nothing to do with us. No, sorry. When we get twinges of jealousy, it has everything to do with us and nothing to do with the other person. So usually when we get jealous, we're going to concoct some kind of an irrational story in our head because we're emotional beings. And then, well, if we're with a bunch of other girls, we'll just chit-chatter about it to make us feel better. Okay, that's where gossip comes from, which I tell you too, that's another thing. Going into 2019, you are strong-ass women. Ain't no more gossiping, okay? Let's empower each other. Let's raise each other up. And the thing is, the minute I sat with that and I was like, you know that's not the truth, Crystal, because it's not a zero-sum world. It's not a zero-sum pie. She deserves to be here, and so do I. And I just walked in, I did my thing, I ran into her in the washroom, and I let her know that I liked her hair because it was pretty dang cool. She had pink in it looked real good, and she was surprised that I even talked to her. And I could tell you that I felt really good doing that because, again, I don't blow smoke. It was the truth. She had really awesome hair. And if you're listening, girl, I can't remember your name. I don't even remember my kids' names. Sorry. But you're awesome. And it had nothing to do with her. It was all about me. And that is what jealousy is, girls. That is what jealousy is. It's the universe showing you, you like that too, girl. You like that too. You want that too. So go do something for you that will make you feel in your power. And what did I do? Went and got a pedicure, right? Because that made me feel back in my power. I finished my workout. I felt strong. I felt good. I knew that I deserved to be there too because there's room for all of us. And this is what I want us to do, is to show up in 2019 understanding that there is room for every single one of us. It is not a competition. There is no competition. We are leveling up, girls. When we level up, there's room for all of us. And we can learn from each and every one of us. So I just wanted to share that little story that we all get feelings like that, and that is okay. And girl, the gym girl, if you're listening, you're awesome. Thank you for showing that inside me. I didn't share that with you because that would have been kind of awkward, meeting me the first time. And I'm like, yeah, first time I see you, and I was a little bit jealous, like, right? And I don't consider myself a jealous person, but those little hits when you see a beautiful girl walking down, we all get it. We're like, does that mean it takes away from me? No, it doesn't. Go and tell her that you like what she's wearing, or go and tell her whatever it is that lit you up, right? Like, what you like about it. Do it. It's going to change your life. I'm telling you right now. Boom! Mic drop. Okay, girls, so this is it. Do not go into 2019 with this same mindset. You are worth more than that, more than all of that. You know it, you know it. And now I'm getting off. I got to go get my boy. So, peace, love. Yee.